What's up, everybody? Sorry it took me a little bit longer to get on here than usual. Let me know if you guys can see me and if everything is working. Okay, that's good. Here, I'm gonna scoot this back a little bit. That's better. What is up, everybody? I'm still asleep. I am not awake, just to make that clear. I got on a little bit later than I usually do because your girl went to bed really freaking late last night like a stupid person, knowing I had to be up. So, yeah, I'm just going to my email right now to get everything situated. But yeah, if you guys are watching this in present time, you might want to skip forward maybe around like 5 minutes. Who is this in my email asking me about this? Blah, 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 blah. What? Y'all, I just got a fucking message from the OWN network. Yo. Yo. I don't even know what to say. Oh shit. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, I'm just gonna okay. Let me stop. Sorry there was a glitch, guys. Oh my god. I cannot. Oprah, bitch. Oh my god. Okay, let me fucking stop. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is not what that is not what this video is about, but your girl just opened up her freaking email and saw a message from the OWN Network's team asking if they could use one of my videos and air it for an episode coming out in August. And I'm just like, bitch, if I end up on the OWN Network, my family is gonna have to stop fucking slandering my little YouTube career, okay? Wow. I'm looking for a story right now, but wow, like, I'm shooketh. I am shooketh. I gotta have my uncle look over that email, though, before I give anybody any type of thumbs up to use any of my content. I'm still looking for an email right now, but y'all, like, holy shit. What even is life? Like, what do they even want with what they want for? I don't even know if I'm allowed to talk about it, if it's going to be on TV, to be honest, but like what segment they're doing, but and what they need my video for, but it's very interesting. Damn. And then they had to choose a video of me looking a hot ass mess, but you know what, it's all good. Damn, where are all of the story times? I mean, not the story times, the tribe teas at? I know that there was more of them that were long that I had been saving, and now I can't find any of them. Like, shit. Okay, here we go. Oh my god, this one is so freaking long. All right. If any of you guys are watching this in future tense, I'm just gonna go ahead and or if any of you guys can, when this is over, if you guys can go into the comments and pin exactly where the tribe tea starts and stuff, just to make it a little bit easier for people. And yeah, because we're about to start right now. This is basically the tribe tea segment. That's when you guys send in your stories, if you need advice, if you just want to have a key session. we're here, sis. And the first story that we are going to be reading is Tribetea. I cut them off, honey. Was I wrong? So, let me know when you guys are ready. No, I did not dye my hair. This is temporary. And I didn't dye my eyebrows. That's temporary too. I am still in shock right now. This is like my first TV network that has ever hit me up about anything. Like, this is fucking ridiculous, but I'm not trying to like divert my attention away from what we're doing because let me know, am I buffering? Can you guys hear me okay? Let me know if everything is okay. Can you hear me? Can you see me? That's all I need to know. Can you hear me? Can you see me? If you could hear me and you could see me, I'll start reading. I have one person that Destiny says her thing is buffering. Is anybody else's buffering? Okay, everybody's saying that their shit is good. So the majority of people are saying their shit is good. So if it's not good, just log in and log out and then log back in, and then you guys should be good. Because if it's working for some people, it might just be like a connection thing. I'm so tired of YouTube and this poor ass live connection. Like, they need to run me my fade. Like, I'm so fucking tired of it. Anyway, let's get started. Hold on, y'all gotta see the computer or whatever. Damn, now y'all can see like my set is all fucked up. Hold on. hold on. No. Okay. okay. Nobody saw it. Anyway, it's called Tribetea. I cut them off, honey. Was I wrong? Okay. Hey girl, first of all, I love you and your channel. You are such a cool, down-to-earth girl. Your story times and Tribetea videos are everything to me, sis. Well, thank you so much. I really do try, okay? Okay, so let's get into this. Before I start, I want to apologize for my poor grammar. I live all the way in Europe. I'm a Pisces and I'm 17 years old. Okay, so this actually happened a while ago, but lately I've been thinking about the entire situation, and I wonder if I was wrong or right. Okay, let me tell you what happened. So, okay, first off, bruh, if you already done cut the people off, girl, I don't really, like, what's the point of deciding if you were right or wrong for cutting them off? All you need to do is evaluate whether your quality of life has changed or not since they have not been your friends. Like, I don't know. I don't feel like there's any point of trying to, like, reminisce. Like, you get what I'm saying? I don't know. That might just be me. I don't know. Anyway. So, I had this friend group. It was 4 of us and 1 guy. I absolutely love my friend group, and I had so much fun with them, especially before the last 3 months of our friendship. We hung out very often. We were always texting each other. We just had a lot of fun, and I really thought these girls were going to be my friends forever. Let me tell you about their personalities. 2 of them were goofy just like me, never had arguments with them, and they would always just fool around. I had the same type of bond with the guy that was in the friend group as well. This guy is still my best friend to this day, by the way. Then there was my other friends for our interests. One of us liked K-pop, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so basically she is just explaining why her and her friends got along. This is what I be talking about, like, with certain emails, like, some details are necessary, and then some details just make things drag. So, like, sometimes I will paraphrase. You guys won't notice because I've been doing it a lot. Like, sometimes I will paraphrase. But I love details. Like, please send me details, you know. But if the details are not juicy and don't really contribute to the story, it kind of, like, doesn't really matter. You get what I'm saying? Well, yeah, she just said this is just some more side details to make the conclusion that made me make the conclusion to cut them off. These girls were literally friends with my former bullies. I used to get picked on when I was like 14, 15 by these guys. They were, and to be honest, they still are very racist. They call black people the N-word with the hard R, including me and my friends. They make racist jokes in general. They're pretty sexist and just overall weird and problematic as fuck. Whenever I used to complain about these boys, my friend used to get so mad at me and overprotective over these racist ass boys. Okay, look. If that's your reason for cutting them off, then no, you're not in the wrong. You didn't even have to send me that whole fucking saga. Like, sis, you're not in the wrong for cutting them off. And then especially their boys too. Like, I don't know. Like, no. What does this say? So she's just saying, like, was I wrong for cutting them off? No. Like, you didn't even have to, like, do any of that, sis. Like, you didn't even have to send me that whole ass story. Like, honestly, if somebody makes you feel uncomfortable like that, I would definitely cut them off. Like, I would feel fear for my safety too. Like, as a girl, POC, you get what I'm saying? As a black girl, like, I would feel very uncomfortable too if I knew my friends had a soft spot for racist people that were bullying me for my skin tone. Like, no, I would not feel bad if I were you, and I would not backtrack. I would just keep moving forward, regardless of what you and that other person had in common. Like, no. But let me see, what do you guys have to say in the comments? Bro, y'all ain't really talkative today. What's going on? Somebody said she just wanted to talk. Hey, sis, you're not wrong. Y'all stupid. Someone said the friends need to be canceled. Why do your friends hang out with people like that and they allow it? Girl, right. That's why I'm like, why are they even your friends? Someone said, bro, if they're racist and there's no reason to have them around, they're toxic and gross. I definitely disagree. Someone says, I have no tolerance for that anymore. Right. Like, especially, like, I live in Florida, bro. I don't live in Europe. So I live in the South. Like, I live in northern Florida, okay? And there's, like, a saying where it's, like, the more north you are, the more south you go. Like, look, I've been called some things here. I just don't have the energy. I don't have the time. Like, I don't have to be reciprocating that negative ass energy or willingly surrounding myself with that type of shit. Like, right, it's 2019, boo. Like, no, you are not in the wrong for cutting them off. So, since we're all on the same page, I'm going to move on to the next story. Hopefully this one is juicy. And it is titled, This Chick Tried to Jump Me Twice. Fool me once, shame on you, but fool me twice. I would have had to catch a case. What you mean? I would have had to catch a case. Like, what? What do we... Who? Girl, okay, let's just get into it. She says, welp, Najabu, if you're reading this, then by the grace of God, I've made it into your tribe tea. Shit, I'm shocked. Now, before we get to the story, I wanted to ask you personally and ask the tribe, because if I do this, then I definitely need the tribe by my side 100%. I saw your YouTube video, and it makes me want to talk about not only my personal experience, but also talk about topics in the world that drive me. I'm going to tell you my story, and by the end of it, y'all let me know if I have what it takes, okay? This story begins if you skip the first paragraph. This is where the story begins if you skip the first paragraph. I don't skip paragraphs. I'll skim, but I ain't gonna skip it. But in my high school days, which was about 6 years ago, I don't know, I'm bad with time. Gee, I'm 21 years old, if that helps. Some girls tried to jump my ass for the dumbest reason on God's green earth, I tell you. I'm gonna name this girl Headache because she gives me a headache. I don't remember how I met Headache or how we were properly introduced to each other. I just know we hung in the same circles and she heard a lot about me because the other people in the group went to grammar school with me. All I know, what is grammar school? Is grammar school like elementary? Is that like a regional thing? Like, is grammar school elementary or something? Let me know in the comments. I never heard of that before. Elementary? Okay. I'm mad. Sippy trying to talk about Grammarly. No. Grammar school. She said grammar school. I've never heard of that before. But anyway, all I know is that when I did get introduced to Headache, she was shifty to me. Like, me and my one friend I'll call her thing one. We make fun of each other. We'll shout random things like, I know you was sucking eggplant emoji behind school because it's funny. What? This said, and it's funny to see others' reactions. You know, it's funny because like I'm reading that and I'm like, that is so immature. But I remember when I was like younger and like that movie 500 Days of Summer came out. I think I was like in middle school or maybe my freshman year of high school. I don't remember. But like people used to scream penis around school all the time. So I guess I can't really judge because I used to do stupid shit like that. Right. The immaturity jumped out. But anyway, so one day, I guess my friend thing one was like, oh, I can't stand this girl. She gets on my nerves. I want to beat her ass, around those lines. And we say shit like this all the time. Mind you, this was my freshman year. And during this time, it's been almost 5 months into school. People know we do shit like this and say shit like this to each other. Yeah, but sis, you're a freshman. Like, not everybody knows you. Like, people, upperclassmen definitely did not know you. Like, I'm about to be so honest. Like, when I was a senior, I didn't know who any freshmen were. And if I were to hear somebody say my name talking about I'm going to beat their ass, I'm just like... And I agree with Crab Nebula. Like, it's one thing if you want to be cut up, but don't drag strangers into it. Like, drag people into it that actually, like, fuck with you. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I could see where this is about to go. Like, I really see where this is about to go. Okay. So, Headache comes to my locker and goes, thing one was in the lunchroom talking shit about how she can't stand you. That girl, that I've done this, that, and the third behind the school, that I constantly talk down on people, that I think I'm better than everyone else. Bullshit. And I go, really? Okay, let me go ask thing one. And she goes, no, like thing one is not your best friend, that she's been a snake since day one, and I should fight her. Now look. I understand like how sometimes girls, we can like, you know, do little fun things every once in a while, like be like, but I feel like when that's like the blueprint of your friendship to be like shit talking each other, I feel like somebody don't like somebody. Like, if you're constantly like, girl, you look a hot ass mess today. Girl, you was doing this the other day. Girl, you is such a hoe. Girl, you need to get yourself together. You looking a hot ass mess. Like, I feel like there is some underlying frenemy shit there. Because if the basis of, I don't know, maybe people's sense of humor is different, but I would kind of side-eye my friend if like that is the blueprint of our relationship. Like, I don't know. That's just me. But anyway, I go past Headache and head to the cafe and find thing one and ask her about what she said. Mind you, it was a super calm situation, and then I asked Headache why she was lying and being an instigator. She was like, I don't know what you mean. Some weeks later, I was in the cafe. Thing one had gotten on my nerves, and to be honest, that girl is like my sister, so it's easy for her to annoy me. I don't know what it was that I asked her. Maybe it was something she forgot to do. I was like, this girl is fucking blonde, her forgetful ass, man, she's a goof, in my Chicago accent. I don't... Are y'all friends? Like, are y'all really friends though? Like, like you said, y'all knew each other since elementary school. It seems to me like y'all is just like stringing each other along. Like, I really don't think y'all like each other. Like, what? Anyway, when do you get jumped? Because I'm kind of here for it. I just want to know when's the tea? When's the tea gonna happen? So Headache ran to thing one and was like, I said she was a hoe and the biggest idiot on the planet. I can't stand her, and then I want to smack her in her teeth sometimes. Okay, sis, look. If you already know that Headache is an instigator and be talking shit, why do you keep venting to her? Like, why did you keep venting to her about your best friend? Like, that's what I don't understand. Like, the only way that Headache would even know any information of what you're saying is if you keep telling her. Like, why do you keep venting about your best friend to her? That's so weird. But okay. Thing one comes up to me like, what, do you want to fight? And I was like, yeah, square the fuck up. And then we just bust out laughing because everyone thought we were going to fight. And I told her, you know, I don't sneak this. I'll tell you how I feel to your face. Anyway, we get into winter. Y'all friendship just remind me of like them ratchet ass girls in high school that used to just like start shit because they were bored. Like, that's what y'all starting to remind me of. Like them fucking ratchet ass girls in high school that would just start shit because they was bored. Like, I used to have so many of those in my fucking high school where it was just like, nothing ain't going on, so let me just start some shit, girl. Like, we ain't really beefing, but let's just start some drama. Like, y'all are tiring. Like, all three of y'all are tiring. Like, are you that right? Like, I know you're 21 now, so you're most likely not this way anymore, but I'm just saying, like, all three of y'all are tiring as fuck. Like, I'm over it. So we get into winter and both of us stop messing with Headache, but she's in the group, so it's not like we don't see her often. I was going through some family issues, and Thing One was talking to someone alongside Headache. Headache and this girl NyQuil are cool. So I realized they talked and I interrupted. I apologized and leave shit at that. Headache apparently became very offended, I later found out. We're gonna fast forward to summer. I know it's a lot of skipping around, sorry, but most of the stuff I found out at the end. Anyways, I decided to stay after school and hang out. I ended up going to a local joint with our group of friends, including Thing One and NyQuil. I thought that y'all were gonna stop talking to her. Why are y'all hanging out? Like, I end up speaking to NyQuil full on, and she at one point apologizes to me. I'm confused. I'm like, what's going on? And she says that Headache had her so convinced I was such a bitch and was stuck up that she hated me and actually wanted to fight me. And I was like, what? Bruh, this is a hot mess. Like, oh my God. Like, I'm not trying to be rude, because last time when I felt like this about a story and I skipped it, I had a whole bunch of people in the comments like, oh, that's fucked up that you skipped their story. They had been waiting this whole time and you skipped their story. And I get that, but I'm just like, yo, like, this story is so fucking long and we're not even getting to the point. Like, you literally could have just been like, okay, this one chick tried to set me up twice. And we haven't even gotten to the first time she tried to jump you. Hold on. Like, bruh. So, I'm just gonna skip to this one part. I'm not skipping much. All I'm skipping is just her being like, that Headache had a whole bunch of people pissed off at her at one time, and that they were all going to, like, agree to jump her, basically. So, and they were all trying to figure out which one was her apartment. And if she's still in high school, that's most likely her mom's apartment. So, yeah. But she said, ever since then, I kept hearing, if you have a problem, let's steer clear of each other from now on. Later on, she was like, oh, you think you're a tough bitch. I'm not, by the way. I don't like disrespect. And if I have to fight all my life, I will eventually. You'll get tired. She'll see how tough I am when she pulls up to what she thought was my apartment. I found out who my true friends were because people left and right were like, they're not going to step up if I get jumped. Thank God I had Thing One and NyQuil, but I told them not to come, and Thing One was so pissed, she didn't speak to me for days. Your friend got mad at you because you wouldn't let her fight? This is so dumb. She tried so hard to come, and I love her for having my back. On with this long-ass story. I hope it makes sense. I was going to fight on school property, plus I didn't want to give people who are wishing me ill a free show, if that makes sense. I hopped on the first bus and told Headache, since she knew where I lived, to pull up. Someone gave her my phone number months back, and she would call my ass *69, which I found out later from NyQuil, who gave me Headache's number so I could text her. Headache responded quick. She was after school and she was busy. Mind you, she went around the entire group claiming she was going to beat my ass this particular day. Wouldn't you have if you would have done it at school already? But girl, you should already know that she's an instigator and she wasn't going to do anything. Like, I'm going to summarize it. I'm going to get to the end. She said, if you like this story, I have a crazy one. We're on Friends, no one, because What is going on here? Like, y'all need to proofread these stories. This don't make no sense. Like, what is going on? Like, what the hell? She plugged in her Instagram name at the end. She said I just wanted a hint. I just really need the tribe support. I'm so confused. Okay, she put her YouTube and her Instagram, and she said, I don't have to shout it out. She just really wants the tribe support. And I was wondering if you could be my mentor. And your channel has gotten me through some tough times. Well, you're more than welcome to DM me if you have any questions about YouTube or anything. But sis, I love you, and I so, like, appreciate the support. But girl, that was so confusing. That was such a confusing ass story. Like, that was so confusing. Like, y'all, before y'all send these emails, like, reread them. Make sure they make sense. Make sure you're not adding details that are not necessary. Like, make sure, because we love a long story on the live. Like, we love the long stories on the live, but we want those juicy details. Like, it should be a long story because there's tons of juicy details, not like you're adding what the it's not like, okay, your details should be like, so we went to the club and the bartender was holding something on his hip, and that's gonna come up later, and then later on in the story the bartender ended up having a gun. The unnecessary details is when it's just like, yeah, so I had a friend, her name was Amber, she had brown hair and blue eyes, she loved volleyball, she rode the bus with me, so let me tell you about how me and Amber went to the fair together. Like, that's an unnecessary detail, and all it did was just make the story long as fuck for no reason. Like, you get what I'm saying? Alexa's talking about it's above me now. Girl, it's above me too. It's above me too. So, I have another story, and it's called My Ex Proposed to Me with a Catch. Let me know when you guys are ready. I'm hungry. I might get a crab tray today. I deserve a cheat day. All right. Y'all said y'all ready. Okay. Hey, Naja. What's up, tribe? Hey, future me watching this live. If you're in this live, girl, let me know if this is worth the read. Let me know if this is worth the read, girl. Or I don't know, you might be a guy. I'm not really sure. But thanks. I appreciate Tequila for the donation. Appreciate you. Y'all don't have to donate, but I appreciate when you guys do it. So, she said, I got a story to tell. It's not really that long or anything, but definitely felt like it was worth telling. Somebody said, announce yourself, right? Like, let me know if it's worth the read or not, because we just went through one that had potential. It had potential. I thought that shit was going to be like Nuck If You Butt level story, though, but it's okay. It happens. But anyway, so off rip, I'm going to congratulate myself because I just finished catching up on your channel. I've now watched every Storytime and almost every Tribe Tea, so we're up to date. Well, thanks sis, I really appreciate you. And I remember trying to think of any significant Tribe Tea that I could write about, and nothing ever came to mind. I felt so boring, lol. Anyway, girl, I be feeling boring too, trying to think of these stories, like, you get what I'm saying, like, to make a story time on, and I'm boring now, like, as fuck. But anyway, I think it was a day after I caught up on your channel that this happened, so let's get into it. So let's just say my name is Hugh, and that the girl in the story is named Azula. Like Hugh Hefner? Okay. So I used to date this girl back in high school who moved to my area from out of town. We actually met at some church event thing one night, and I remember telling my best friend at the time on the phone about how much I liked her, but how nervous I was to talk to her. Long story short, because we love a long story short, I end up talking to her, and she became my first relationship that lasted longer than a month. And one thing that I could finally consider a real relationship. We got along pretty well, but in the end, we just ended up not being compatible. By the way, I'm a Capricorn, the GOAT, and she's an Aquarius. I love your zodiac skits, by the way, so stop playing. I know, bruh. I'm about to do a back to school skit, so anyway, we were never bitter towards one another, and we lived in the same area. Outside the USA, by the way. Remember that. She was mad. It was a mad small area, so everyone knew each other. On top of that, my mom and I are really close, so she always knew of my relationships and stuff like that. So now that we're in the present, 5 years post high school graduation, I'm picking up some stock for my job, and I'm in my car about to get out when I get hit with 4 notifications back to back. I figure it may be important, so I pull my phone out, and all 4 messages are from Azula. I honestly don't think much of it, so I unlock the phone and peep the messages. Get ready for some grade A fuckery, Naja. I am so ready for this because I've just been dying to gag today. I've just been dying to fucking gag, so let me just drink some water. I'm ready. Please give me some grade A fuckery. I'm here for it, bitch. I'm here for it. Here we go. Azula's first message is a block. Not huge, but a bit lengthy. Basically saying this, and I'm paraphrasing, but this is what she said. Hey, Hugh, if I move to Florida, would you marry me so I can get a green card? Bitch, this is not 90 Day Fiance. You are not about to use me to get a fucking green card. Do you know how difficult it is being an immigrant in America right now? Like, bitch, no. I don't even think you know what you signing up for, sweetie. Like, you're not about to use me. Bruh. She says, I guess my dad can pay for it and get it all started. But since I'm 21, he can't file for me. Now my option is only marriage. Could you help? Listen, I almost died in that hot-ass car that day. I'm over here laughing, cracking up, dying, all that. I'm thinking to myself, how the fuck is this Florida heat affecting her like that when she ain't even here? Right, Jay and Ashley Tings. Like, what? Does she need some water? Is there another Hugh she meant to send this to? Because it couldn't be me. So I withheld my urge to get on her ass for asking me some stupid shit like that. And I go, you know, I'd help you, but that's a lot to be honest. And I don't think I could do it. Nice and short. Sorry, she's not a bitch. But this bitch gonna hit me with 2 laughing emojis. I'm sitting here in the car confused, disorientated, feeling like I'm on an episode of Punk'd. I'm looking for cameras and shit. Then she hit the double text on some why not. Why not? Why not? Because this is marriage, girl. Like, this is real life. Like, and I think it's you have to stay married for 5 years in order for her to even get, like, legit citizenship. And they check in, like I said earlier, immigration is different now in America. Like, they check in on those couples a lot to even see, like, do you guys really fuck with each other? Do you guys live with each other? Are you separated? Are you together? Like, okay, they said it's 3 years. I heard it was 5 years. But it's not like you could just be play married just so you can get a green card. Like, shit is serious. People are losing family members and shit about that. Like, she thinks that shit's a game, sending laughing emojis. Girl. He said, what? I am astonished that I have to explain myself. So I say, I mean, marriage is a big deal. It's a huge deal. Then she responded, Hugh, it'll be fake. We'll just present it as real. It's not like we weren't dating before. It'll be a walk in the park. I said, excuse me? Oh yeah, she's tripping. I'm not the man for you if you think a whole marriage is a walk in the park out this bitch. It's not easy, bud. So I'm like, a walk in the park, it's really not that simple. And she responds, LOL. Yo, I died. But overly nice me, trying not to fry her delusional, hallucinating, hey big head, daydreaming by the window, ass out. I just she did hit you with the hey big head, like what? Plus, I'm dealing with a lot in life in general. I got bills, family issues, school. It's already a lot to focus on. Still perplexed. I should have to explain myself as to why I will not fake marry you, right? She responds, oh, okay, well, if it's too much, I get it. No shit. You finally got it. Ding, ding, ding. Bruh, you are so funny. You remind me of my Capricorn guy friend. Like, y'all are so funny. Like, y'all are like the most goofiest people. I swear to God, y'all are so fucking goofy, bruh. Like, for no fucking reason. But it's always like nice, nasty, goofy. Like, I can't. Anyway, but I can't get out of character. So I'm like, well, I don't mind helping you out any reasonable way I can, but that's crazy. She's like, well, can I get some money if I move down there? Okay, so fuck everything I just said, huh? Like about having bills and shit and dealing with my life? Okay, just making sure. I tell her that I can't, and I'm still barely keeping up with my own bills as it is, plus trying to get a raise and more hours at my job. But if I can, I'll help her when I have it. She says thank you, and that's the last time we spoke. So while this is mainly just a story, I do have questions for the tribe and for you, of course. Okay. Number one, given that we were never on bad terms and we were always cool, is she somehow justified to ask of a favor that serious? No, she is not. She is not justified to ask that. If she was doing her research on the country right now, she would know that it's probably not that smart to go about it that way. If I were her, I wouldn't even want to come over here, child. I would just stay where the fuck I'm at. Or I would try to get citizenship in like Canada or something. Like, I would not want to be in America. Like, the fuck? Like, she was completely trying to take advantage of you. She hasn't talked to you in 5 years and then she hits you up for something like that. She was just trying to use you. Exactly. Everybody in the comments like, she was trying to use you. Like, no. Number two, am I tripping or should I have given it more thought? You are not tripping. You're tripping for second guessing yourself right now. Like, no, you're fine. Number three, should I actually help her monetarily if I can in the future? No, you should not. You do not owe her shit. You do not owe her shit. Even though y'all were cool in the past, she had not hit you up in 5 years until she needed something. Like, no, you do not owe her shit. And lastly, on how many levels do you think she got me fucked up? The highest level that you can like be, she got you fucked up. Hopefully you read this. And if you did, I'm in the chat turning up right now. So, A, let's get it. Shout out to Action Jackson and One Rare because I always see them in the lives. Thanks for reading, Naja. And I'm super hyped for more content. Keep up the amazing work. God bless. P.S. Are you a Jaguars fan? I used to be a Jaguars fan when we were fucking winning. And now we suck again. So I'm not a Jaguars fan anymore. Guys, if you're watching this in future tense, answer all of his questions in the comments below. I don't think you freaking did anything wrong, for real. I think you handled that shit perfectly. That's exactly how I would have went about it. Like, because that is some trifling ass shit. Like, definitely fucking trifling as fuck. Like, someone said, do she got a problem or is that none of our business? Right? Like, someone's like, actually, shut up. Talk about the Jaguars suck. Baltimore Ravens. Bro, the Ravens suck too. Like, how are you gonna... I was expecting you to say something like the Patriots or like the Saints or like the Giants. Boy, you talking about the fucking Baltimore Ravens, bro. We both fucking suck. Like, you... right? Or like the Cowboys. Like, mainstream teams that actually just be doing... always be winning shit. You talking about the fucking Ravens, boy. We both suck. Like, what are you talking about? Talk about we got mad rings. Look, I'm not about to do this. I'm just... let me fucking... Okay. That was funny. I needed that laugh. Okay. Somebody sent me in one that says, you're going to want to read this. And it's titled Two Geminis. I'm kind of scared to read it. Someone said Green Bay slander will not be tolerated. Look, y'all, I don't even like sports like that, okay? Like, don't ask me how I know so much about sports and don't even like it, but yeah. Boy, let me know if y'all are ready for the next story. Oh my god, this one is so long. They sent me pictures of them and they're really cute. They're so adorable. So, basically, I'm skimming right now, by the way, because this one is super long and this is about some high school shit. So I'm just skimming right now. So basically, I'm gonna read it, but I'm gonna skim. Okay. I'm not gonna. I don't know if she wants me to say her real name or not because she put her real name, but I'm just gonna say it because she put it in there. She said, "Hi, I'm Aria Rain. I'll be 19 on the 15th of June. Yup, a whole ass Gemini. Well, happy belated birthday because you sent me this like a week before your birthday. So sorry I couldn't tell you happy birthday when you sent it to me." She says, "I've been thinking about starting a Storytime YouTube channel for a few years now, so let me know what you think of my Storytime." Okay, so honestly, I don't want to, and that's why when I was skimming it, I was like, let me just read the beginning so I could figure out what she's talking about, because at the end, she put, "Anyway, thank you for taking the time to read this. What do you think about my YouTube career?" Honestly, I feel like I wouldn't feel right reading your story and judging it and being like, "Oh no, this is boof, like don't make no Storytime channel." You get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like you should start a YouTube and do it regardless, because what I may find entertaining, somebody may find boring, or what somebody may find boring, I might think is hilarious. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, but honestly, I will admit to you, story times are low-key fizzling the fuck out. There's probably only like a lot of story time channels have moved on to other things. But for all you know, because I started making story times when story times had fizzled out on the platform, and I still, did what I did and got to where I was. Like, I feel like you could do whatever the fuck you want to do, and you don't need any type of validation to start a YouTube channel. Like, you should just start that YouTube channel because you want to, do it. And I think you girls are like super gorgeous. You guys look like you're a lot of fun. I saw you and your best friend. So yeah, I think you should just go for it. So I'm gonna move on to the next story. And it's called "Ex-BFF is Still in My Life." If that's your ex-BFF, how the fuck are they still in your life? Do y'all work together? Do y'all go to school together or something? Like, I don't know. I really don't know. But anyway, let's get into it. Chelsea, I'm so mad at you talking about what it do, baby. Let me get into this. Okay. She says, "Hey Naja, my name is Anaya and I love watching your videos. I have a problem with my ex-BFF still being in my life. I'm currently 19, soon to be 20 in August. Well, happy birthday, because you're turning 20 in, next month, I guess? Yeah. Well, in like a few days. Damn, bitch. Okay. And she's a college student. So let me start from the beginning. I was in freshman year of high school where I was really shy and barely talked to people, and it was very hard for me to make friends. So when I finally made two friends, one named Olive and the other is Catherine. We were a trio for the most 4 years until the 11th grade. Olive started hanging out with another group of friends, which was cool, and I liked them, but the other group of girls have different personalities than me and Catherine. We weren't party girls and just genuinely liked to chill with each other, but I guess Olive was that type of girl and started to change to fit in with the others. So after that, I started to distance myself from the girl because I was in a relationship and I just felt that they were being fake towards me. What does you being in a relationship have to... I don't know. Okay. Like, they wouldn't invite me out with them, and their excuse was because I wouldn't go anyway. So at the end of 11th grade, Olive was having some problems with her dad and stepmom, which led her to being kicked out, and her dad sent her on a plane to Jamaica. Me, still trying to be good friends with her, told her that she can come stay with me in my mother's house. And shortly after, I figured out why you always don't live with your friends, because it always goes wrong. That is very, very true, especially in high school. I would not live with one of my friends. Like, that's, no. In the beginning, it was all fun, but I don't know why we stopped talking for like a month or two, but we started up again. Now it's senior year, and I'm still not liking her staying in my house because this wasn't supposed to last this long. What are your parents doing? Why are your parents just allowing this girl to just be up in your house? Like, where is CPS? Like, I would have to call them, because no, like, you're not about to have this minor living in my house, like, for years on end. No. We are planning to go on our senior trip and yearbook stuff. Okay, so Twin Day was coming up, and I was at the table where all the girls were discussing what they were going to wear to match and to look like twins. I wasn't even in the conversation and didn't even really want to be. So later that day, Catherine texted me and asked me what I was doing for Twin Day, and I asked her, weren't you matching with Olive and the other girls? And she said, no, they just put her in the conversation. So we decided to be twins, and the next day we walked in. The other girls were mad that we were slaying better than them. So after that, they had a problem with us, even though I bin dropped them. But Catherine was really heartbroken and wanted us to go to counseling, and I really wasn't for it. Why did Catherine want y'all to go to counseling? This is so confusing. Y'all hit me with confusing stories back to back to back to back today. Like, okay. So the rest of senior year, it was just me and Catherine hanging out, plus occasionally my boyfriend. Let me remind you that Olive is still living under my mother's roof. We don't even exchange any words at all. My whole family doesn't like Olive, but they don't show because they're fake too. Kick her out the house. Y'all are grown now. Like, what the fuck? Like, she has a family. Send her to her family. They talk so much shit behind her back, it's crazy and funny. Also, just to let you know, my sister gave her her first job with no interview or application needed because my sister was a manager. Anyway, after high school, we both go in different directions. She's in and out of state college, and I decided to stay home because I don't need loans right now. Let me get to the point now. So June, my other sister is having a birthday party for my niece and wants to invite Olive. I thought you said your family didn't like Olive, so why would your family invite Olive to a family event? That's weird. Okay. I just don't understand why she just doesn't leave this family alone. Like, we don't like you, for real. I'll be sending some photos of us and the other girls and the before and after pics so you can see the change. I'm the one in the curly hair. Olive is the brown skin girl, and she has different hairstyles in the pics. And Catherine is the white girl. Thank you for reading my story. Hope you got some advice from me. Sorry for my grammar. Okay, sis, to me, it sounds like y'all keep inviting Olive into y'all life. It sounds to me like Olive is trying to go and do her own things, and y'all just keep pulling her back in. Like, your sister is the one inviting her to the shower. Is it just me, or am I crazy, or what? Like, what do y'all think? Right, why did you even invite her to the house? Right. Some said, I think I'm confused. Someone said, just let it naturally separate. So I am confusion. Right. Someone said, are they black? Some people, yeah, they are. There's like one Hispanic girl who's white in there. So said, give her a 30-day notice. Okay, so let me clear some stuff up because I can see how that story was a little confusing. Basically, Olive, her friend who they hadn't been talking and shit, moved out of the house. Okay? And they were done. Hands clean. She went off to college. Old girl stayed at home. Old girl is saying, though, that her family doesn't fuck with Olive, but for whatever reason, her family keeps inviting Olive to family events. And the girl is like, why does Olive keep trying to come back in our life? And I'm like, sis, your family is inviting her. Like, your family is low-key very passive-aggressive and fake. Because it's like, you said your family don't like her, but then at the same time, they feel the need to invite her to family events. Like, I feel like something's not adding up. Something's not adding up. Something not adding up. You sure that they said they didn't like her just because you don't like her? Right, like, because I don't know. Okay, so I'm trying to fit in 2 more stories before we hit 3 o'clock because we probably only had one juicy story all day. So I'm going to try to fit in 2 more. Okay? So I'm not going to, but I just feel like what we're all coming to the conclusion to is it's just like, bro, like we kind of feel like some things were left out. I feel like if you don't want Olive in your family life anymore, stop inviting her. Like, basically. But, alright, this next one is just called Should I Cut Her Off? And y'all already know I'm most likely gonna say yes, you should. But anyway, here we go. So, hey Naja, I love your videos, so I decided to submit my first tribe tea. So I've had this friend since the ninth grade, we'll call her A, and we are now going into our 3rd year of college. I had a different friend group with 3 other girls, and A became a part of it at the end of our sophomore year. This entire time, A was really nice and even took me on a family vacation. However, during our senior year of high school, she started showing red flags. I had a boyfriend of over a year when we all went to a party and got drunk, and she proceeded to tell random guys she wanted to make out with them and suck their eggplant emoji. The whole time A's boyfriend was there. That ain't none of your business. That's none of your business. Girl, that is between A and her man, okay? If my friend was trying to thought bop around the party and her man was right there, I would be in the store. I would be in the fucking party like the New York meme, just. That's exactly how I would be. That's exactly, like, I would not get involved in that, girl. Like, what? That's not red signs in the, that's not red flags in the friendships. That's red flags in their relationship. That's why it's none of your business. He forgave her, but she ended up cheating on him a few months later on Valentine's Day. Damn, A is crucial. At the time, they were long distance. He was on the other side of the country because he was in the Marines this entire time. After that, she has done many sketchy things. A stole $300 from that same ex by using his Postmates in secret for months after they had broken up. Damn. She was showing signs last summer of being an alcoholic as well when she would get drunk multiple times a week, do sexual things with anyone who would let her, and then would get so wasted she'd throw up on herself in her sleep and in her vomit. Y'all, honestly, I've had an old friend pass away similarly, so I'm really gonna need y'all to not let your friends pass out in their own vomit. Like, okay. Around that time, she cheated on another guy she had been dating for less than 2 weeks. Her irresponsibility has gotten her to get into car crashes, get fired from jobs, and has put her in many compromising situations. Honestly, bruh, I would try to help your fucking friend, right? Your friend needs an intervention. Fuck all the relationship shit, but when it comes to your friend, like, abusing alcohol, getting in car accidents, she's not being able to be an adult, I feel like you need to be there for your friend and try to, you know, get her some help. Like, fuck the relationship and shit. I feel like she needs, like, legit help. Like, but anyway, A had never done anything to me personally until January of this year. Oh, well, here we go. We had gone to get our nails done, and I told her we should get a bottle and get drunk at her house. That's another thing I don't get. If your friend has an alcohol problem, do not be a part of that problem and drink alcohol with them. Like, that's, like, get her some help. Because if you do help her, the main thing that's going to help her the most is not enabling her, right? And also not drink around her. But anyway, she agreed and asked if she could bring her guy friend that I was somewhat acquainted with. She invited 2 more guys and then told me that there was not enough space in her room and if her and I could do it another night because she was going to get drunk with her guy friends instead. Basically, she had uninvited me to plans that I had made. A has done small petty things like this in the past and is still going on, and recently it's caused the other members of my friend group to cut her off. I still love and care about A though and want to see her become a good person, even though she makes mistakes. I've been close to her for over 5 years and I don't want to lose her. She does show signs that she's a good person because she still does things that show she is still caring and kind. So, should I cut her off or just keep my distance? A and I are both Leos, by the way. 11 days apart. Okay. Honestly, bruh. Look. All of your friends, instead of cutting her off, y'all need to help her. Like, y'all need to find her some help. Because, look. I just could not just cut somebody off that was in the middle of a crisis like that. Like, all of the friends that I had cut off in my past was more so, it's like, because I tried to help you in every fucking way that I could, and you're still fucking up, so I've done what I could, and I need to move on. But I feel like none of your friends even tried to help her. If anything, y'all are just sitting back and judging her, and that's not cool. I really feel like y'all, that whole friend group that cut her off, if you guys really feel like she was a good friend before she got into alcoholism and started being promiscuous, because honestly, all of her symptoms take me as somebody that does have a mental illness, or somebody that has something traumatic happen to them in their past. Like, you're self-sabotaging yourself, you're being very promiscuous, you're abusing a substance, like something happened. And then usually when you get around like early adulthood, it's usually when you start to remember certain traumas from your youth. So she was probably just happy-go-lucky throughout the whole time you met her, and then as soon as she hit adulthood, it's like, shit, I forgot about all this shit that happened to me. Like, right, like she's spiraling really bad. Like, y'all need to help her instead of judge her. And then once you try to help her and she doesn't want to take those steps for herself to get help, then I understand when you want to cut her off, because I wouldn't want to sit and watch my friend die either. Like, you get what I'm saying? Someone said, I feel like she a good friend and trying to help her, so y'all shouldn't be hard on her like that. Not one point in that email did she say she was trying to help her friend. Not one point in that email did she say that she tried to check her friend into treatment, contact her friend's family. All we got from that email was that she thinks that her friend is a hoe, and that she drinks too much, and that instead of drinking with her, she drank with boys. Like, that's what I got from that email. Like, I don't know. I'm not saying that you're a bad friend or anything, because I don't know y'all friendship, but you're definitely an enabler, and your other friend group that cut her off ain't shit, because they just gave up on their friend. But that's what I feel like we're all on the same page about that. So I'm going to move on to the last story. We are going to go a little bit over 3 o'clock because started a little bit late. So this one is called Tribetea, Eyebrow Fetish and Ghosting. What the fuck is an eyebrow fetish? Eyebrow fetish. Oh my god. Why is the sun reflecting on my eyebrow like that, bitch? What the fuck? Okay, let me stop. Okay. Let me get into it. She said an eyebrow fetish. Okay. Hey, Naja. I would like to stay anonymous if you choose to share this pretty funny story, but I stumbled across your channel a couple months ago and really enjoy watching your videos. Keep doing your thing. Well, thanks, sis. I appreciate you. My life is pretty boring at this point in my life, but I recently went on a strange date I thought might be funny to share. So basically, I'm 27 years old and have been single with a very, very, very dry dating life for the past 2 years while focusing on my career in grad school after a tough breakup. Well, I'm finally getting ready to finish my master's this summer and settled with work, so I decided to start using, online dating apps to get back out there. Well, congrats on all of your academic success, for one. All my close friends are in serious relationships and constantly pushing me to get more into the dating scene. I am a Virgo, by the way, if that gives you any context. So part of this getting back out there, I told myself I was going to be less picky and not completely reject a guy for every little thing. And this is where I got myself fucked up. Right, sis? Like, you are a catch. I'm going to need you to be a little bit more picky. You are a catch. We need a man that at least has a 401k if he's trying to talk to you. Like, let's be real with ourselves, sis. Like, come on now. Anyway, I found that Hinge is a dating app that has less of a hookup culture and seem to have a high caliber of young professional men than Tinder or others. I end up matching with a guy, and we'll call him Creepy. I found him attractive. He worked with children, as do I, and liked his conversation through chat. We ended up agreeing to meet at a local taco bar. I've never heard of a taco bar. I want to go to a taco bar. Like, what? Okay. All right. Before I begin the date details, I guess it's important to mention I am Middle Eastern, so I have thick eyebrows. Oh no, I already know where this is about to go. Oh my God. Bless. Okay. First red flag. Within the first 30 minutes of the date, Creepy finds a way to mention my eyebrows 4 different times in the form of compliments like, you have such perfect eyebrows. Oh yeah, I bet you and your perfect eyebrows are so smart. Oh my God. Right, Adrian. Like, I'm about to say, why do I feel like this man is white? Like, I'm just like, why do I feel like this man is white? Because I have never dated someone so interested in my eyebrows before, but I thought, oh, maybe he's just being nice. He finds me attractive. Cool. Second red flag. We were having a casual conversation about Netflix shows, and he interrupts the discussion and asks, do you thread or pluck your eyebrows? I know my facial expression was off. I knew what he was asking, but to fuck with him, I said, thread or pluck what? He says, your eyebrows. I answer, I thread. I'm surprised you know this much about eyebrows. And he claims he grew up with a lot of women in his life. He was raised by women, so he has heard them talk about eyebrows and complain about them his whole life. So, again, I try to excuse the behavior and brush it off. Sir. Somebody said, is he a lash lady? Right. Like, he might be. Right, she fucking with him at this point. Like, what thread what? What are you talking about? Like, third red flag. He proceeds to ask follow-up question. So before you started threading, did you pluck them? Okay, bro. And it wasn't like he was trying to keep conversation going. We had talked about plenty of other things. He was just fixated on my damn eyebrow process. I answer yes and try to change the conversation. What is his issue? What is going on? We ate some tacos, had a margarita, and we were wrapping up the date. I told him I had work in the morning and I'm going to the bathroom. I'll be right back. I come back, and to my surprise, he has already paid the tab, so that was nice. However, he did ask me if I had cash for a tip, which kind of threw me off because I am all for equality or whatever, but like, really? You asked me on a date, you took the initiative to pay a small-ass happy hour tab, but now you want $7 for a tip? I'm too old for this shit. I would have paid for my own damn tacos and tipped her myself for all that, but whatever. Girl, I'm the same way. Like, my ass, like, literally, if I'm paying for the bill, I'm paying for the tip. If I'm paying for the bill, you're not paying for the tip. If you paying for the bill, I'm not paying for the tip. If we go half on the bill, we can each give an individual tip. But that is just a very weird ass transaction to pay for something to be like, oh, can you tip the waitress? Like, that's weird. Very weird. So he walks me to my car and I go home. Fourth and final red flag. The next morning, Naja, he sends me a text. How did you and your eyebrows sleep last night? At this point, I would have been like, sir, are you making fun of me? Like, do you want to fight? Like, are you trying to drug me and harvest my eyebrows and staple them on your fucking forehead? Like, what is your obsession? Like, what are we doing right now? Like, girl, he got blocked immediately. So I wrote in the subject, ghosting too, because my best friend has been persistent that I shouldn't have ghosted him or other guys I have gone out with in the past. That if I didn't want to talk to them anymore, I should give them an explanation instead of being a scaredy cat. Girl, no, he deserves to be ghosted because he's a creep. He's a creeper. Like, there should be no explanation. You should not force yourself to talk to him. Like, ghosting somebody because you're bored with them, that's different. That's when it's like, okay, give them an explanation like, hey, you know, maybe we could just be friends, but I just don't see you as like a significant other type of thing. But when it's somebody being a creep, you don't need no explanation. You block the fuck out of them. Like, what? I will admit that I am good for ghosting someone without explanation and just removing myself, but how the hell do you tell someone your eyebrow fetish is creepy and that you're cheap? I feel like in some situations, less is said is the better. How do you feel about ghosting? Thanks in advance if you read this. I hope you have an amazing summer and continue to flourish. Sending all the positive vibes your way. Well, thank you, sis. I really appreciate you. Like I said before, I feel like ghosting is appropriate if somebody is being slanderous or creepy or they don't make you feel safe. You don't need to give them an explanation. But if it comes to regular dating type stuff and you know you guys just aren't working out, give them an explanation. Like, or maybe like, I just don't think you owe him an explanation, and I'm not sorry about it. What do you guys think in the comments? Let me know. Let me know what y'all think. She says, you do not have to explain. Honestly, ghosting is a Virgo specialty because I've done that all my life. Bless. Yeah, I mean, shit, it is what it is. I'm good for ghosting motherfuckers too, but it's mainly usually if like they cross that line of just like, bro, I don't even got to explain to you. You know why the fuck like you're being ghosted. But if it is something like I just don't vibe with you on a friend level, then I'll let you know. But for the most part, if I ghost you, it's because you did something crazy. But then some people also got to understand, like, there's a difference between ghosting somebody and adulting, because sometimes I'll just be adulting for months on end, and then people will think I ghosted them. And I'm like, bro, I did not ghost you. I'm just busy. I'm still your friend. But, yeah, that's pretty much it, guys, for today's Tribe Tea. Again, if you guys want your stories read on this segment, all you have to do is email me in the email in the description below. And yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.